Good morning, it's day 55. We're all packed up and we're gonna go down to Three Sisters for breakfast. And we're so excited because it's one of our favorite places to eat here.
It's been like just go, get out the wind, get out, go, you get fine when it's warm.
Oh, this weekend's supposed to be.
I want to see.
This is the grits bowl. Oh, it's so good. And Bear, she's got an acai bowl coming. Oh, it looks so good. Beautiful acai bowl. All right, we got our resupply and we're just waiting for a ride back to the trailhead. Pretty cool outfitters. They have just about everything you could possibly need, even including things like Element, which you can never find anywhere, shoes, socks, belts, everything you can possibly need is here. And even more of like the cottage brand stuff that you can't find in other regular hostels. Just small resupply. It would be enough to get you by.
Are you talking about the very small ones? Yeah, we got some.
They even have Hilltop Packs. Everything you could need. I think we're gonna stay at Burke's Garden. Alright, we're back on trail. It's cold and it's windy. Woo! Just want to say a quick thank you to Coach at the Marion. We had a good stay. Always have everything we need. We really appreciate you getting us back on trail on time this morning and having so much at the outfitters that most of their outfitters just don't have. So thank you for that. I encourage everybody to stop in Marion, stay at the hostel, stay at the Mary Inn. Coach will make sure you're taken care of. And remember, even though they did not receive hurricane damage last year in terms of physical damage, they did suffer a financial loss with the tourism being down all the fall. And unfortunately, it is down this spring. So whether you're section hiking, day hiking even, or you're behind us in a through hike attempt, go hang out with Coach, stop by the Mary Inn, and give them some love. You won't be sorry. Also, while I'm thinking about it, the next section is known as what's called the trifecta of hostels. And so it's 3, actually, I consider 4 hostels that are located within about 15 to 18 miles, so good daily mileage average. The first one for us being Burke's Garden Hostel. We stayed there last year, cantaloupe and for sun, through hiked. I can't remember what year it was she told us, but very nice hostel. We'll tell you more about it once we get there. From there, we will go to Weary Feet, which I understand this year has new owners. So I'm excited to experience what the new owners may have brought to Weary Feet. And then my favorite, and Bear's favorite for sure, is Woods Hole. Talking about our favorite hostel in the trifecta.
Yeah, the food's really good.
Yeah, Woods Hole. Neville is amazing. She treats you like family. The food is probably some of the best food I've ever had, and I know I keep saying that, but you'll just have to trust me that when I say it, it's really good. And not just like hiker hunger good, I mean good quality, delicious food. So that will be our hostel hopping in the next probably 4 or 5 days. And then the last one on a lot of people's list is Angel's Rest. Now for that one, we choose typically to skip Angel's Rest and we go to a motel that is right down the street. And for me, it's of course I need to work. And I haven't had a work day in a bit. And by the time I get there, I'm definitely going to need to have maybe a double work day. We'll see. I've got some clients that are really requesting appointments ASAP. So we'll see. But just wanted to give you a heads up on what the next few days are. That's sort of just like a tradition for a lot of section hikers, lashers, and through hikers. And so we're excited to go through that section and very, very excited to support them financially because again, this section necessarily wasn't hit physically, not that I'm aware of anyways, I'll check when I get to each of the hostels, but by the hurricane, but they did suffer quite a bit financially from the loss of the hiking season in the fall. And again, this already being a spring that's down by, I think the latest numbers I've heard are 30%. So, yeah, let's do this. Let's have a fun couple of days and get on trail to these awesome hostels. Oh, last thing to note before I forget as well, I weighed myself for the first time in a while. And I don't know if y'all can tell. I really can't. But I've lost 15 pounds. So, that's not good. I'm tightening my belt as tight as it can go now. So I need to work on putting on at least 5 more pounds. And so my plan is to stop at every hostel I possibly can and eat as much food as I possibly can. And as far as Bear goes, Bear has gained a pound.
What?
You gained a pound.
Oh yeah. I think it's all the the food I'm eating.
The muscle and the food, yeah. Yeah, so she's doing great. And I'm doing great, but I just need to eat more. So that's the plan. See you down trail. Ooh, pick up your feet, Craig. Hey, Hawk. Pick up your feet, Mama Bear. We're about 6.5 miles in, taking a quick break to filter our water. It's gotten pretty hot today. Let's see what the temperature says. We're at 65. So, yeah, it feels all of that, huh?
Yeah.
But the beautiful sun is out. Look how cute this one is. We're passing by a museum, but because we've already been there and we're trying to make our miles, we're not going to go and visit it again. So I'll link a video either in the description or just right here of last year where we explored the school. And you guys can see it that way, but also I'm sure probably a lot of other people have showed the school too. Onward. That buzzing is so loud. This is the famous schoolhouse. The old one-room schoolhouse, courtesy of Sunny Hills Community Church. Thank you very much. Can you open it so I can video when you go in? Oh, how wonderful. You can make a donation here to keep the trail magic going. And I don't know who this is, but this little guy's cute.
Hopper's here.
Nice. Hey, Hawk.
Hi.
And then here's trail magic. There's all kinds of things in here. Last year there was like Gatorades and snacks. Yeah, all different kind of lollipops and goodies. Chips. And Gatorades. Thank you guys very much. And you can post a prayer here. Building. Desk, pews. Stove. We love these big open fields. I think it's one of our favorite parts about Virginia, huh? The big open fields. So beautiful.
And that sweet smell.
Yeah, the sweet smell of like grass, yeah. Heading back into the woods.
Basically, there's no pocket farm. And like, there's no place you can stay. Like, there's only 10 miles there. Once we get to the road, you can it's outside. But it's probably like. Oh, he's waving to us.
Hi! I'm not sure what this is. It looks like it's remnants of an old home. But I don't see anything on far out that would like indicate what it is. Huh. Interesting. Looks like that would have been maybe tin for the roof. I don't know. There's stuff way back here too. We're not too far from, I think it's Virginia 81. So if somebody knows what it is, maybe you can fill us all in. These beautiful flowers popping up everywhere. Here's part of the trail that we don't love, but it is part of the trail, and you gotta walk on the road for a while. You gotta go that way and take a left at the Exxon. Early settlers. And there's a Mexican restaurant there if you plan your day right. I think that's Mexican, but either way, it's a restaurant people go to. We have to go up there and take a left on 81. You can also grab a drink if you'd like. I think we'll cross right here. There's a Mexican restaurant that people go to. But we really just don't have time because we left so late. And we did pack out a sandwich from Sister's Cafe. You go under the overpass. And then the trail goes to the right. How you doing? Isn't this the most beautiful part of the AT? I mean, look at the concrete, the asphalt, the yellow lines and the white lines, and the pigeons under the bridge that were camber shots. All right, back into the woods. There we go. Almost there. There you can see my place. This looks like a nice spot for us to take our lunch break. We're about 12 miles in. And look at these beautiful flowers. This is the first time we've seen this color. Yeah, it was a lot lower last time we were here. So pretty and so clear.
There's fish.
Is there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, little ones. I don't know if I'm seeing them. Break time. We're gonna eat our sandwich that we packed out from the Sisters Cafe. Beautiful view. Okay, Mama is going to make her way over this cow thing. I don't know what the actual word
I
for
forgot
this
what
thing
it's
is.
called. But man, I remember how many of these there are.
A lot.
And also, you know what I remember too? Being way more tired jungling over these things last year. It's not that bad now. Although after like your fourth or fifth one, it was good. And I can record my thing.
Okay. Oh, let me grab my poles.
I probably should have put my water back.
Here, let me hold it for you.
Oh.
Yeah, not as bad, huh?
No, it's not bad. Not as bad as I remember it though. But I was also like 4'11", so.
Well, but also I think too, I don't know. We just have a different mindset this year.
Yeah. Water time! Did you miss it again?
Yeah, that big huge plane. I didn't realize we were gonna have this today.
Me either!
Hey, we're a quarter of the way again.
For the second time.
Yeah. Coming to the campsite where Stronghold bravely lost his life defending 2 people from an attacker. R.I.P. Stronghold. Thank you for your bravery and for your past service. It's such a beautiful little campsite right underneath the canopy. The sun's setting there. And then Reed Creek, which is right over here. We can grab our water and listen to this as we drift off to sleep. Hey everyone.
Hi.
Welcome to the closure of day 55. We walked from Mount Rogers National Headquarters, which is at mile marker 534.6,
Yeah.
to in between Reed Creek and the Crawfish Trail section of camping, tent camping, and that is at 552.7.
Yeah.
Y'all, I just spent a long time trying to memorize that, so bravo to me that I did. For a total of 18.1 miles today. Yeah. How do you feel?
Tired. We started a little bit later than I was hoping for.
Yeah,
but
more than we ever want to hope for, right? Yeah.
Yeah. When did we start? 11?
We started at 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty late, but we still got 18.1 miles in before 7 o'clock. So.
Yeah, it was like 6:40 when we rolled into camp. And so, yeah, a quick recap on that. I don't know what I was thinking yesterday, but when we got into Marion, by the time we got to the hostel to eat, because we didn't have lunch, and then showers, my next agenda item was resupply, and then realized at about 6:15 it's time to do the resupply chore, and the outfitters downstairs closes at 6, and I know better than that, so I just forgot.
Yeah.
So we had to wait until 10 o'clock this morning for them to open, which means we couldn't really get on trail. Coach couldn't shuttle, or we needed time to resupply, so it was about 10:30 when Coach shuttled us, and about 11 o'clock when we got on trail. But we did a good job, and I'm proud of us, and I'm very happy that we got the miles that we had planned on done.
Yeah.
And bonus, well, we'll get to that in a minute. All right, what's your highlights?
Oh, the field. I don't know what that field was called, but
Yeah, just the grassy fields in Virginia,
yeah.
which is so pretty.
I love Virginia. Okay, so the fields, the trail magic at the schoolhouse. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That Gatorade was so good.
Yeah, and then I had sour cream chips
Mm-hmm.
at the, and then, I don't know, I guess waking up in a bed and not being cold. I feel like that's what it's going to be a highlight.
I mean, it wasn't really a bed.
Oh, yeah, it was like,
So we'll get to that in a second. That was a character builder.
yeah.
Okay, my highlights are, we only slept for about 4 hours last night, so we're exhausted. We'll
What's your
get to that
highlight?
into a second. But my highlight from that is that even though we were that tired, we pushed on anyways. And we were like, listen, we have things to do. So it doesn't matter that we're tired. It doesn't matter that we're starting at 11. We're just going to make it happen. So my highlight today was our resolve and the teamwork, where we were just kind of cheering each other on. So that was my big highlight for today.
Yeah.
Character builder.
Probably getting 4 hours of sleep. But other than that, I'm feeling fine. I wasn't even tired hiking wise. I was just sleepy. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go take a nap. But
Yeah, so one of the risks of staying in a bunkhouse in a hostel are people who snore. And pretty much our whole room that we shared the bunkhouse with snored last night. So we both finally got up at about 2 a.m. because we just couldn't sleep, and went to the couch section, like the living room section in the Marion, and we just brought our pillow and blanket and camped out.
Or at night, I guess.
Yeah, we camped out on the couches, and we finally got about 4 hours of sleep. So
The couches were pretty comfortable though.
yeah, it was nice.
Yeah.
That's often why we also get private rooms when we go into hostels. Also, you guys know that I work on trail too, but a big deal is sleep is vital. Nutrition is important, water is important, we know that, but sleep is a non-negotiating thing. Like, you have to be able to sleep to perform and to push your body
Normally.
to do the things that you have to do here every day on trail. So
that was my that was my character builder, but nobody's fault. You know, people snore. That's just what happened. So tonight we're getting ready to have a really good night's sleep because we sleep really well in our tent, and wake up tomorrow. And about 18.7 miles is on the agenda for tomorrow, and we're gonna go into Burke Garden Hostel, and support that hostel. So no Nero, no Zero, just basically gonna walk right into the hostel and get a shower, get a meal there, and a small resupply so that we can carry forth the next day. Alright, anything else you have? Hey Cameo! Love and light to you all. Thank you so much for being a part of our journey, and we'll see you tomorrow on day 56.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good night.
Good night.